only person that asked me in my family about it, I think one of my cousins or somebody was like, "Hey, did you know she was a exotic dancer?"
It's like I was nervous saying it. I thought he heard it, but I was nervous saying it, so it was a little low. I was like, exotic dancer. I met dentist assistants that are dancers. I met women that are in the police academy that are dancers. At least I know that I'll leave this situation knowing that, I didn't leave with no regrets.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's your host, Arlette, and we are here today with Tavarius and Tiffini. Welcome, y'all. How we feeling?
Good, pumped up.
All right, good. Tavarius, how about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Okay, thanks. I'm good as well. So we had the both of you on episode 23 of Pop the Balloon or Find Love, where you guys ended up matching. Well, then, is it going to be a yes for you for him?
Yes.
And is it a yes for you for her?
For sure.
We got a match! I'll take this mic and you guys can go on off. Let's make it up. Let's make some noise. Okay, and then so obviously that episode, there was a lot going on with it. The comments went crazy. They went haywire. Tiffini, we got a chance to talk with the girls on BM Talks to Them, the unmatched. We got a chance to talk to the unmatched women of that episode. Obviously, you matched, so you weren't a part of that conversation. But
no,
is there
but
anything
I was to support. I was supporting my girls.
Yeah. Is there anything that you wanted to say in addition to what you heard, what we talked about, anything?
Honestly, like I wasn't really mixed in with whatever happened afterwards because after I matched, we were gone.
Right. Y'all said,
yeah, we left. I didn't know what happened after I left. I really don't.
Okay.
Get to it.
Got it. Okay. So kind of to get into the both of you. So as soon as TJ walked out, I feel like Tiffini, you were one of the first people to pop. So what led you to popping your balloon so quickly as soon as he came around that corner?
Honestly, I wasn't even looking at his face. I was just looking at the overall, like the way his outfit fits.
Hold on, what'd she say?
Looking at his face, I was just looking at the overall, like the way his outfit fits his physique and stuff like that. Obviously, this is like a very first impressionable show, so you're based off first impression, and that's what I was going off of. But at the same time, we do have our opportunity to ask for our balloon back. So I'm like, well, it's no shame in my game. Why not? Why not?
Exactly.
If you messed up, you messed up.
Yeah. And then TJ coming out and hearing all those balloons go off, like what was going through your mind?
Honestly, when you was like, "Don't be scared," a little bit of a little bit when you said, "Don't be scared," I was like, "I'm not scared," but like, I guess I can leave now. You know what I mean? So,
you're like, Arlette, I'm not walking out. Cut the cameras. Cut the show.
Yeah, because I've never seen that many pops that fast. Have you?
Yes, actually, we did have one, season 1.
Okay,
I don't exactly remember what episode.
I was the second one, then I guess.
And
what do you think it was?
I feel like I set the precedence for that. Like, my apologies, TJ. My apologies. I feel like if I didn't pop, people probably wouldn't have popped so quickly.
Yeah, she was on that episode where it was like a whole bunch of followers. Like if one girl pops, everybody else would pop. Nobody was really trying to find out about the dude. Like, I mean, it was even to the point that I remember some of the girls was even looking down the line to see if anybody else had their balloon and then would pop their balloon. So it was a lot of followers on her episode.
Like, I know you heard what some of the ladies had to say. Do you agree with some of the stuff that they were saying about why they popped on you?
Well, they all said outfit. That was basically it. So,
Crazy.
actually, I didn't mind my outfit. So I don't know if it's a great thing because it's their preference. So I don't really know.
Okay. You thought your outfit was fly though, right?
I thought it was fine. Like I still don't see nothing wrong with it.
There was nothing wrong with it. It's just the way it fits your physique. It was so tight on you. You're a stocky guy, So it's like a little
lady
tight.
In the back was cool with it. I forgot. I don't know her name, but she was like helping us out. She's like, "You look lovely. Like, go out there." I'm like, "Thank you."
And I do see like a lot of guys who work out, go to the gym. They do like really like tight, form-fitting clothes. So was that that's like your style? Is that what you would say?
I don't know. Like I feel like I wear a lot
Okay.
of suits. I'm a professor, so like I wear a
Uh-huh.
lot of slim
He ain't
suits.
knew
I
that.
wear a lot of
Okay.
like
So the slim
polos. So I
fit.
don't really have a lot of baggy clothes. So yeah,
Okay.
I guess yeah.
Okay.
We wasn't looking for baggy on you. We was looking
Mhm.
for form fitting.
Mm,
It
Okay.
was a little tight. That's just it. That
Mhm.
was nothing wrong with your outfit. It was just a little tight. It
Okay.
didn't show
okay.
off your physique. Like you wouldn't know a girl has a good physique if she's not,
Mhm.
dressing towards her body type.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, TJ, what made you be like, you know what? I'll take if she takes her balloon bag, I'll go with her. Cause I know coming out there
Mhm.
and having everyone pop on you, that could be a little
Mhm.
bit like, you already popped on me. I'm not gonna match with you. So what made you be like,
Mhm.
yeah, sure. Like, yeah, I'll go with you.
Honestly, it was a combination of things.
Okay.
Like, I didn't even get to look at the girls, to be honest. I didn't even look at any of the, like once they all popped, I wasn't really like, oh, this person is not my type. This is not my type. So it wasn't straight a physical attraction. The reason why I
Okay.
took it back, it was more like, okay, she wants to know more about me. And
Mm,
this one girl left that wants to know about me. I came here for love. Let me just get to know her. So
yeah.
it was just like, why not? You know what I mean? Like everybody else has popped.
Okay. Okay.
Cause I didn't hear anything else, like I didn't know anything else. So it was just like,
Exactly.
yeah.
Nah, yes, you
All
did. You heard
right.
she was a
Well,
dancer. You said you
it's
like
time for us
dancers.
to go ahead and get into the nitty gritty of why we are here today. So, since you guys ended up matching, have you guys gone on a date?
Hold on, before they answer that, I remember the episode. She was like, "Yeah, I dance," and he was like, "Oh yeah, I dated a couple dancers." So yeah, you did hear a couple things. She said she has a kid. You was like, "I'm great with kids." I remember that. Like you was into her answers. I remember it. It wasn't just a, "Oh, she the last girl left, so I might as well go home with her." Nah, you was digging her answers. You had a little bit of a back and forth because I remember thinking like, "Wait a minute, you're a teacher. She's a dancer." And I was thinking nightclub dancer. Like, I mean, hopefully they explain whether or not she's a nightclub dancer or she a dancer, like a Sierra dancer. But you definitely got some information on her.
Date.
Would you consider our lead?
The nitty gritty of why we are here today. So, since you guys ended up matching, have you guys gone on a date?
Would you consider our leaving afterwards and going out to eat a date?
Of course. So, you
Okay,
guys
yeah, then
did,
we
yeah?
went on a date.
Okay.
We went on a date.
So, where'd you guys go? How'd the date go?
You want to answer?
No, I'll let you go. I feel like you're
Okay.
gonna
Well, we
be
went to
more
I don't
like
even
into the
know. I think
entrances.
it was called. I really don't know what it was called, but it was like a hookah type lounge area, very nice, upscale. It was cute.
Okay.
And like we just got to talk to each other, get to know each other. But we weren't alone. We went with another one of the match couples. So yeah.
Oh, okay. So it was like a double date kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And how was that for you, TJ?
Well, it was interesting because I was actually gonna leave. Tiffany was like, "Where are you going?" And I was like, "I'm about to just go back to my hotel." She's like, "No, no, 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 no." Tiffany's very outgoing.
Yes.
So like I'm like the opposite. Like I'm very
Uh-huh.
like introverted. I'm like focused on like just like the mission. The mission was to come here, get a balloon, go back home. So she was like, "No." She's
You
like,
didn't want to take your date out?
I
Your
wasn't thinking.
match?
Although I wasn't. My brain was still on them pops. If I'm being honest, my brain was still, like I was still like confused. Like that was a lot.
Understood.
So I was just like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna just
Understood.
go think about it. Go call my friends back home. Tell them what happened.
Yeah.
And so when she said no, 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 let's like go out, I did ended up being really good friends with Maul. So we was already in the back talking.
Hmm.
So I felt a little bit because as yes, she got her boom, but I didn't know Tiffany. Like I at
Right,
least
right.
knew Maul right away. So I
Hmm.
was like, all right, cool. I go out with Maul. It made it a little bit more comfortable. And so I was like, cool. So yeah, it was cool.
Okay, got it.
Mhm.
So
And
basically, what he just said was, "I'll go out with y'all, but I'm really gonna go out because there's a dude there that I'm cool with. I'm not really going out for her because if you was there for love and you felt like you found a possible mate, why wouldn't you be going for her if you was really into her? It sounded like you wasn't really into her for real. Know what I mean? But I mean, it's kind of understood because she popped your balloon at first. Like she curved you. So I mean, maybe he just played it smooth for the show, but the whole time he was just like, yeah, I'm really not into this girl. Like they all just violated me for real. Like I'm trying to get up out of here. That sounds like a cop out that you really went there for a dude that you got cool with. You know what I mean? If you're trying to find love, or if you just possibly found love, and then you left the show without trying to make a move with her.
I know you said you were ready to dip right after the show. So when you matched with Tiffini, like, is she someone that is your type though? Because it seems like you were just like, I just matched so I can get out of there kind of thing. Is she someone that is your type?
Well, I wouldn't say I matched to get out of there. It was
okay.
It was more say like
correct me then, because that's what it sounded like. Let me hear it from you.
Yeah. So like when let's just say if you were going out there and you didn't get to look at anybody,
Yeah.
but yet somebody was the only one that was like, hey, you know what? I made a mistake. It was more so like I felt a genuine energy. So it was more than that's what I said. I didn't really get a chance to look at Tiffini when I was there. It was more like,
Okay.
oh wow, like that was nice of her to actually take her balloon back to say, you know what, I made a mistake. Because that's accountability. And that's
Yeah.
like I actually look for that when I'm looking for a partner is accountability. So I was like, okay, cool. You know, like first impressions mean a lot, but it means a lot that you double back to take your balloon back. So that's why I matched with her.
Okay. That definitely clears things up. So after the date, what happened? Did you guys communicate, FaceTime, call, text? How was the communication?
We met up the next day after that.
Okay.
And the plans were to like just, chill, like, go to the museum. I ended up, family was in town for me. So I ended up coming to the party pretty late. But a lot of the cast members from that episode, they all went to the museum together. And the plan was for me to meet him at the museum with everybody else. But I ended up getting caught up with my sister that came into town and my nephew, and it was his birthday. So I went to out to eat with them. And by the time I was done, they were already done with the museum. So I met up with him after at his resort, and the resort was like having like free cocktail hour, people by the pool. So we ended up chilling at the pool, getting the free cocktails, and Carrington came.
Okay, so again, y'all were joined again by somebody.
Yeah. Yeah, we were, but the plan was for everybody to be together, but everybody failed. Yeah. And Carrington was the only one that was like, "Yeah, I'm still ready to have fun."
Got it. Okay, so how was that time when it was just the two of you? How was it for you, TJ?
I don't think we had a time.
We had a little bit of time to chit chat, but nothing too deep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So every time you guys have hung out, it's always been like a group thing, or like there's always somebody else, like a third party?
I mean, there was probably a couple hours here or there.
Okay.
But like most of the time it was probably with one or two other people.
Okay. So then how are things now? Like after that, because I know TJ, you travel a lot. So how long were you in Arizona? Did you guys hang out again after that resort moment?
I was in Arizona until Monday morning.
Okay.
And I believe once I got back, she wished me a safe flight and told me that she would be going to, I believe, Cleveland, because she travels too. Like Tiffany's a very, very active woman. So she goes to different states, different places for business. I like her hustle, what she does, because like sometimes people just don't like to make a living for their own. Like she actually is very ambitious. So I travel, she travels. So I would say we talk probably right after like every week. It began to slow down a little bit more because of life, and I'll let her go into what she went through and what I went through. But I definitely think Tiffany's been a solid person. Like even just as a friend, she's been a solid person. Some people just look for love like right off the bat, but like there has to be a foundation. And so I think Tiffini is a very solid person in general, just a solid human. Like I think anybody would be lucky to meet Tiffini.
Oh, Tiff.
Same with TJ. He's very like understanding, and he's very like communicative. He listens to people's, he listens. He's always a shoulder to, lean on. So we both was going through stuff. Like I got into a car accident last month, someone in his family was sick, and it was just, then he got sick, and, he's been traveling a lot. So Yeah. He's like a really good support system. Like he's always there for like shoulder to lean on, someone to talk to. You know, we all go through things, you know, but he hears you out and he also expresses how he feels, and he also, you know, says like what's going on in his life, because his life is pretty busy too, and he goes through things too, like everybody does. So
Get to the point. All right. Why you ain't work out? Why you ain't try? I want to know the good stuff. Get to the gushy stuff. All right. Yeah, I understand. I'm sorry for your car accident, and I'm sorry for whatever happened to the brother family. But get to the good stuff, y'all. All right. It's 25 minutes of a video. Get to the good
I
stuff.
just like that we have that window to like, you know, be comfortable enough to share our lives with each other.
Okay. So it sounds like you guys have been in like constant communication, but has it been like building? Do you feel like you're working towards like a romantic thing, or you guys are more keeping it like on a friendship level?
I'm open to whatever. I don't have any expectations on our, you know, relationship. I feel like if it's gonna blossom towards something, it will, you know?
Oh, she wants it.
Okay.
But he's very much a catch. So I'm open to
Oh,
it.
TJ.
I think me and Tiffany have been on one accord with where we are. You know what I mean?
She's
Like
with it.
sometimes you have people that are very forceful with things, and like I think her being so outgoing, what's caught me off guard is how accepting she is of my situation and her situation. So like she said, she'll be like, hey, if you're in Arizona, let's go another day. If I'm in North Carolina, let's go another day. So it's not like a push and shove match. You know what I mean? Like we understand that
Okay.
like we're very busy. But like she said, both of us are catches. Both of us understands that in life things happen for a favor. Sometimes we're in the same place. Sometimes we're not in the same place. But I just think a lot of times people close books and they open books. But I think this is not that situation where you can say either or.
Okay. So the
Mhm.
door is open for both of
Mhm.
you,
Absolutely.
but ain't nobody entering yet.
It's just like
Y'all
it
ain't
has to be the
entering
right place,
either
right
door.
time. Honestly, like we travel a lot, so I feel like if we run into each other, it's destiny, it's fate. You know, the universe will put us where we need to be to start that. You know.
Okay, so would you guys say you're too busy to date? Because that's what it sounded like to me.
That's
I
Like,
just feel like
facts.
the way our lives is set up right now, we both travel a
Yeah.
lot, so.
It's even more than travel too, Arlette. It's like so like sometimes like you're traveling, but sometimes you're in that mode where like things are working for you personally that you didn't
okay.
think would work for you at that time. So like
But why did y'all go on the show then? Like, if y'all knew y'all was oh so busy, that's what I don't get about these dating shows. People get on these shows knowing that they don't have the lifestyle to be dating somebody, which makes me assume that, okay, this just really wasn't your person. Like, if you got up on this show and you really found your person like you was intending to do, you probably would have made that time for them. But being that this person's kind of like I like them, but I'm gonna throw time, our busy schedule, like, because I don't get it. Why y'all going out y'all way to go to Arizona to get on this show, and y'all are too busy in your personal lives? Unless you,
she's had many accomplishments since we left. I had many accomplishments. So like sometimes like you want love, but you also understand like, hey man, right now is the moment where like
Yeah.
things I work for are really clicking.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And so we've been celebratory of each other and like thanking each other. And that in itself is like bonding, you know?
Right now, I'm pretty much focused on my end goal. You know, as
Okay.
everybody know, I'm an exotic dancer. You can't do this forever. So I've been trying to put things into place so I can exit that, so I can be a wife, so I could be, you know, a girlfriend, so I could be, you know, a partner. So I wouldn't say I'm really actively dating. I'm focusing on like making sure I get out of a situation that I'm in to focus on the partner that I could potentially have.
Okay. TJ?
So when I left the show, Tiffany was the one person who I doubted that this would be true for. She was like, you're about to get a whole bunch of DMs. She was like, you're about to get like a bunch of DMs. I was like, no, I'm not. Everybody popped on me. Nobody likes me. And then she's like, no, TJ, you're like a catch. Trust me. Like I know why I took my balloon back. Man, I got home flooded. Like absolutely
Wow.
flooded. That being said, I've not been on a date with anybody in my DMs. I
Okay.
appreciate the comments. But like I've been like my book's right here. I've
Yeah.
been steady traveling, steady, so I haven't really had a chance to even look at anybody else. Well, so that's what the show was for. That's why me and Tiffany went on the show, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like we said, we're both very focused individuals and love will find us and but we're just gonna find us in our own way, like in what we're doing and our purpose in life.
And I feel like
Okay.
our friendship, the way our friendship is like set up, we're always going to be in each other's lives.
For
Like
sure.
very
For sure.
supportive. I'm very supportive. We both believe in each other's dreams, and that's why I feel like I'm very open to the door. Like if it blossom, it's gonna blossom because we're setting the foundation for that.
Okay. Just because I
She has
know
a
in
good
the comments
mindset
this is
for
going
this.
to come up. 'Cause I know people are going to be like, well, why did you guys come on the show if you're so busy doing your own thing?
Facts.
Like, it doesn't sound like finding a relationship is your top priority right now. So I'm guessing now, like, why did you guys apply for the show if it's not
Great
something that
question.
you're so ready to dive into?
You want?
Great
I'll let her
question.
answer first and then you want me to go
Okay.
first again?
I can go. I would
Okay.
say that it is a priority for me, and I felt like when I like, there's people that come back into your life 4 or 5 years later at the right time. I feel like I could meet somebody that I connect with there, and who knows
Mm-hmm.
if it like sparks there or if it sparks up 2 years from now. Either way, I found somebody in an unorthodox way because the regular way is not working for me.
So you went on the show to put somebody on layaway? You went on the show to meet somebody and then possibly later on reconnect with them and see if fate just makes y'all, into something. Y'all flew to Arizona to put somebody on layaway. That's what I just heard from what she said.
Okay.
hmm I would say for me, I came on the show strictly because like my friends were like, "Hey man, you need a woman." Right? Because like
Uh-huh.
I'm very that's like, "Hey man, you're working all the time. Like you don't go out, you don't hang out. So like
Mm-hmm.
when else are you gonna find a woman?" So that's the answer why I truly went on. I actively was not pursuing. My friends looked at my life and said, "Hey man, go. We're signing you up right now."
Okay.
I'm very glad I did go because it made me feel like, like I probably could use some assistance here or there, like in the love life. I probably could use somebody to talk to on occasion.
Mm-hmm.
Because being a children's author, you see a lot of lovely families out here that are complete, that do have kids that I'm giving books to, and like their kids are laughing with their parents. So you get to see like another side of like what I could have in the future. So I definitely am open to love. I'm definitely was looking for love. And I think it's a lot of people out here that should go on the show for that reason because there are a lot of hard workers out here. Like you are a hard worker, BM's a hard worker. So like
Thank you.
sometimes you get so in your work that
Mm-hmm.
you're not even paying attention, you know? So
Okay.
this was an eye opener too that I do need to respect that lane. It is another part of me.
It also
Okay.
gave me like a way to meet people outside of what I do because I'm in the nightlife. So you're exposed to the same
Hmm.
dating pool. So I really
Mm-hmm.
wanted a broader, dating category than what I'm used to, what I'm exposed to.
Okay. Yeah, and speaking of your professions, they're like on two
Get to
different
it.
ends
Get
of the
to it.
spectrum.
Get to it, Arlette. Yo, she's really on one on this interview right now. Like, she's really on her interview bag. Like, she's asking all the questions we really want to know.
I got a
So
lot of questions
how
about that.
is
Yeah.
that like I feel
Yeah.
like for TJ, I know
Yeah.
probably you've got a lot of messages and there's been a lot
Yeah.
of comments about it. Like, how is this gonna work between them? Like, is that something that you feel is also blocking
Yeah.
you guys?
For my part, my only person that asked me in my family about it, I think one of my cousins or somebody was like, "Hey, did you know she was a exotic dancer?" And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"I didn't know actually." And we talked about it. Like we
Yeah, because on the show, she said that she's a dancer. And he was like, I've dated a couple dancers before. Because I remember when I was watching, I'm like, does he know what kind of dancer she is? Because she said it on the show. But you didn't really ask for her to specify what kind of dancer.
talked at the same time when she said it.
Yeah,
Like when
I
she said
figured.
dancer, I dated a lot of dancers, but
Exactly.
then like when she
Uh-huh.
said
Exactly.
exotic dancer, I was like talking. So I didn't
Uh,
hear, but after the show when she said that, I was already getting to know her like beyond the exotic dancer. So
yeah.
if I would have heard that, I'm not gonna lie, maybe I would have popped. Maybe. because like I had a stigma, you know, I didn't really
Right.
understand, like I didn't really look beyond that label, you know. So I'm actually glad I didn't hear it because I wouldn't even got to know her, you know what I mean, as a
Yeah.
friend, as a genuine human being. Like I said, Tiffany doesn't want to be in that life forever. Nobody does, really, unless you really like that. So I think it was a curse and a blessing that I was able to not hear it.
Okay. And then Tiffany, do you feel like the professions are something that's possibly blocking the two of you from like really exploring this more?
Well, me alone, it's always been an issue in my dating life. So that's why I went on the show. But I did think that's like, I was nervous saying it. I thought he heard it, but I was nervous saying it. So it was a little low. I was like, exotic dancer. Because when
I
he
was
said
literally
Tiffany
like
was
arguing
author,
with
I was
people.
like, but
Yeah,
I was like,
I was
you
arguing
know
with people
what?
because I
I'm
was
gonna
like, she
take a
didn't say
chance.
that.
I'm gonna take a chance to get my balloon back. And you know, if he pops on me, he pops
Yeah.
on me. But at least I know that
Right.
I'll leave this situation knowing that, you know, I didn't leave
You
with no
told him.
regrets.
It
Yeah.
was crazy. I
Okay.
really did not like when people was like, she said that. I was listening. I'm like, I don't hear it. Like, how did they hear that? I was right in front
Yo,
of her
I
and
ain't
didn't
hear
hear
it
that.
either. I
Yeah,
didn't hear
you
it
heard
either.
dancer. And he's like, oh, I date a lot of dancers. Did you think he was talking
Yeah.
about exotic dancers as well when he said that, Tiff?
I did, but I didn't
Yeah.
realize how
Because
low
I
I
thought
said
that as
it.
well, too. And I was
Because
like,
I
oh,
was
okay.
very low saying it. I said it very low. I was nervous saying
Let's
it
funny.
because it has been an
Got it.
issue in my past.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say this. I will say this because I know comments can be very mean. Like before meeting Tiffany and going on a date with her, and of course we haven't been on serious dates or anything like that, but just knowing her as a human, as a friend, a stripper's just a job. You know what I mean? Like it really is just a job. You're just making money. And if you do have a stigma towards strippers, you probably should get to know them. You know, like get to ask them, see what their priorities are, because everybody's different.
most definitely, everybody is different.
It's definitely just a job, but there's a lot that entails in that job if we being real. One of the most sacred parts of a relationship is there's a part of you that everybody else is not seeing. There's a part of me that everybody is not seeing, but you get to see. You know, there's intimacy, there's closeness that me and you get the experience, you know, that everybody else doesn't get the experience. Your job is going to work and dancing with your clothes off or taking your clothes off in the back room with somebody. And you have to do these things because it's your job. Just like if I'm working at a warehouse, I have to tape up these boxes. Just like you have to read to kids. She has to go to the back room and take off her bra and possibly sit on somebody's lap. It's more than just a job. Like, and I completely get it that for a lot of people, it's a means to an end. But just like joining the military, you have to understand that, yes, you are possibly going to have to deploy and risk your life. Being a stripper, you're going to run into the right guy, but because of your profession, most likely he's going to look away. Because if he's the right guy, more than likely there's other women that want him that aren't strippers. He doesn't have to sacrifice the exclusivity of his woman. That is a big thing for men. Men are very territorial. This is my woman. You don't get to see what's under my woman's clothes. For an example, that's why we judge the Instagrams. If you're too revealing on Instagram, it's like, dang, it's not even that sacred no more. So now if you actually dancing butt naked every night, now I mean for another man, what's special about me once you get home? The only thing I get to do differently is actually do it with you, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, it's a job, but there's a lot that comes with it, which is why men is like, nah. And then some women, you got to do some drugs at work. You might have to drink a whole lot. So now you're doing all of these acts with these men under the influence. Like, because you're not too comfortable, you know, in your skin to do it sober. You're doing this. It's just too much going on. You got men that might touch you. You're not in the bed at night. You're out while I'm asleep. Like, there's so many things that come with you being a stripper.
I met dentist assistants that are dancers. I met women that are in the police academy that are dancers. I met
I know
women that
some
are
too.
married that are dancers. So everyone is very different.
I had students that were dancers. You know, like I teach college. Like, yeah,
Okay,
like
I was about to say, hold on. What do you teach?
Yeah, I thought you teach
No,
yeah,
students.
she's
like
a
in my
I thought you have
professor in
kids.
college. So
Okay,
yeah,
in college. Okay,
people
yeah,
dance
like
and
I
get
have,
through college. I was in college a couple of
yeah.
times. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, just to kind of wrap this up, obviously you guys are still getting to know each other. The door is open for both of you, like you said. I do hope it blossoms into something and you both make time for each other. But, you know, like you guys said, no pressure. You guys are still getting to know
They
each
got
other.
like I said, man, there's a lot that comes with dating a dancer. So what I think really happened in this scenario is he found out later on who he really matched with. Because he's saying that he didn't really get to talk to her for real, but they were having like banter. They did have a little back and forth on the show that we was all able to watch. But after the show, I don't know. It's kind of weird because he also dipped out and was ready to get on. I don't know. Maybe he was a little nervous or he wasn't really feeling how everything went because he got his balloon popped. My whole thing is about that whole dancer piece. I do think that plays a part. And I think we all thought that was going to play a part because of his profession and her profession is kind of butting heads. I understand what he's saying, but he said that, you know, you got to get to know her. But he also said, had I known that, I would have popped my balloon. So you have the same stigma in your mind that we all do, you know, so I don't think it's going to work out at all. I basically feel like what they were saying is we're just friends and we're just going to remain friends. It seemed like she's with it, but he's apprehensive, and I feel like the main reason why he would be apprehensive is because he matched with a girl that is an exotic dancer, and he wasn't expecting that, you know, whereas he's a catch. Look at his job. Look at the things he does. I don't know. Y'all comment below. Let me know what y'all think. Until next time, man, I'm out of here.